welcome back. So I did some playing with things, so I thought it seemed kind of weird. The game, I would bring up the internal resolution up to like 16 times the default, and yet it wouldn't look any different. And I think what's actually happening is the one weird quirk with this emulator and increasing the internal resolution to like make the graphics smooth and whatnot is that for whatever reason it doesn't work if both screens are using 3D. And it doesn't look to me like this game is doing that, but if for some reason it is doing that, or otherwise it's causing some similar issue to that, the 3D, or the upscaling might not be working, which is unfortunate. That's my best guess, because there's another game on here that I played on my lonesome, once as a test when I was trying out the simulator, that did indeed have some nice upscaling. Oh well. I mean, it's not like it's that big of a difference in reality, just having slightly smoother and less pixelated stuff. Anyways. We can almost upgrade things again. Emphasis on almost. Okay. You failed, Patrick. You could have done better, but... Which way do we go now? Thank you for that randomly generated health that I didn't need. It might be better for my health to not use this weapon, but I feel good using this weapon. I'm probably a lot better off too if I just don't try to punch things, which is unfortunate because it's really satisfying when punching things works in conjunction with the reflower. I need to be careful about it, I guess. Are we gonna have like 10 levels of Bikini Bottom though? What's gonna happen after Bikini Bottom? Are we just gonna be in Rock Bottom for our boss fight or something? I think that was where we were going next. No. With how generous this game is with... Well, I didn't realize I hit that 3 times. With how generous this game is with checkpoints and whatnot, it's hard to be too worried about taking damage though, to be perfectly honest. So, I'm fine just running around and having fun with this weapon in exchange for taking some more damage. Alright, unlike in the sequel, in the console version I mean to say, in this game, this version of the reflower, oh, weak people, where are you going? Ow. In this game's version of the reflower, don't spawn on me, the damage actually follows the graphic of the bubbles as they fly outwards. Unlike, hey, I want that. In the console version where the damage is actually applied instantly and doesn't follow it doesn't track the graphical effect, which is a little bothersome. And it's ultimately more practical to have no travel time, but still. You know, one weapon that I think would have made more sense to have in this game, maybe it would have been hard to actually make it work gameplay-wise, and maybe it would have looked too similar to the reflower, at least the way they made the reflower look, and they could have made the reflower look more like an actual reflower in hindsight. They could have had the... oh, what do you even call it? That little net gun from the Rocket episode. From Sandy's Rocket. I do know one game, that being the venerable Operation Krabby Patty, did in fact use that for gameplay, and I'm happy that it did. I think more games could have done that. I mean, if you're gonna have a game where you're like shooting things as Spongebob characters, it would make perfect sense to use a ranged weapon of that sort that actually exists in the show. Good job, Patrick. Just kind of sandwich yourself between them. Don't worry. Why do they call these sprites? They don't even look like... I guess they do kind of look like gears, don't they? Which is still not, well, whatever you say, but they look more like flowers or something to me, which I matches the game's aesthetic, I guess. More than anything, they look like stars. I always thought of them as stars because they're deliberately 5-pointed gears. I only just now realized they're gears. I guess we're leaving Bikini Bottom now, hence that sign. If we want to read into it more than this game might warrant us reading into it. Thank you. RNG. This video sometimes seems to like pick up objects. Ow. From a distance. Ah, you can make it, Patty. I actually did make it. Is that just like speedrun tactics, or it was? Well, that was cool. Where did you come from? Stop it. Some awkward placement of jellyfish on here. Boom. No. That was not very effective. There we go. I am amused for some reason how you make up your mind, game. I'm amused how your jump animation also gets rotated for some reason. By the way, well, parse that as I'm amused for some reason that your jump animation rotates when you shoot things in the air. It makes sense, but something about it to me is entertaining. That's just slightly too far for me to hit, so I'll leave it be. I can't pick up stuff from it anyways. I can't pick up any sprogs that it drops. Alright, now out of Bikini Bottom, because we passed the sign. Is the game gonna have that much continuity to it? Because that'd be cool if it did. Or pickle. What's it? This one's just a little higher rate of fire. I wasn't very impressed by those. I'll upgrade it last. Keep me in tradition with the last time I guess we played through the console version. Pickle. We're in rock bottom now. At least the sign made sense.
Excuse me? Yeah, I'm a Plankton, but not the Plankton you want. I think that's cousin Sheldon you want, I ain't him.
Why didn't you name your... Why was he named after a species?
Oh, I see. I thought you were. Because if you were, which I can see that you are not, I would challenge you to a battle.
Well, I may not be Sheldon Plankton, but I do have a key. Does that count?
Oh, why, yes. Yes, it does.
Phew, I was a bit worried there.
Me too. Glad we cleared that up. Guys, are you kidding me? Get it! You're right. I don't know what I...
Honestly, I think this cutscene would have been perfectly fine without Sandy interjecting. Like, they literally even said they were gonna fight.
I'm thinking about ice cream. Who's waiting for his snack?
Afterwards, Patrick. Oh, here's a pickle. You got plenty of pickles, Patrick. Pickle patty. It's just a matter of rate of fire, I guess. Well, the reason that... that was more health than I needed. If I can only get this thing up close anyways, I might as well use the stronger weapon. Do you just have different enemies to fight now? No, I need to pick this up though. Boss fights are an opportunity to get sprockets in sizable amounts. That needs to be acknowledged. Did I one-shot all of those? All at once? That's probably actually even more effective than any other. There's a sprocket in there that I want. It's probably more effective to just punch than anything else, honestly. Not for like my own well-being necessarily, but damage output wise. Like, speed run, that's what you want to do. As long as you don't die, that is. Ooh, blue, that's new. And by that I mean it's old. Some kelp would be nice, by the way. Like the 2 kelp you gave me earlier. For some reason. There you go. Man, I wonder what would have happened if I got hit during that cutscene there because the game made me stop moving. Anyways, is that everything? We got the big sprockets at least. It's a weird noise to make for a reef blower, isn't it? Anyway.
Okay, you got it. Please just let me scurry away. I won't bother you again.
You never did bother me. I mean, outside of like taking the key that I want. But why didn't we have a rock bottom level? This is weird to me. I've never seen a game pass on an opportunity to have a rock bottom level. Like, rock bottom is so overrepresented in Spongebob games. Did it even appear in more than one episode? I think at least when lots of these games were made, it had only appeared in one episode. Maybe it appeared again later. I don't know.
Not so bad.
But it's such a good video game area.
Plankton, your cousin. And where is the last key? Tell us now, or...
Oh, I thought that was gonna scroll.
Yes,
Sorry.
SpongeBob? What?
You will see sights so heinous, so terrible, so utterly unpleasant, your eyeballs will tremble just wondering what it is.
I can't take it, I'll talk.
Oh, please leave him alone. Plankton's headed to the Krusty Krab. The last key is there. Just don't hurt Patrick.
For some reason, it's so funny to me that that's what happens. That we accidentally hold Patrick hostage.
Incredible, boy. Just incredible.
All in a day's work, sir.
I don't think SpongeBob took that quite right. I interpret Mr. Krabs' response there as like, wow, that just happened. At least that's how I enjoy interpreting it. Ah! Why are you so expensive? Well, this thing's just cheap because it's bad. Okay, whatever. We can pickle later. I mean, with one weapon upgraded, there's not much reason to use other weapons that aren't upgraded yet, so... We're stuck with what we have upgraded for the time being. Which is precisely what happened in the console version too. It's an awkward thing about buying weapons and whatnot. There's not much use to them if they're... Oh, at their base effectiveness. Yeah. They can shoot through some things, but not others. Like projectile. Ew. I wonder. That's mean. That can happen. Also, that's very nice on the other hand, that they give you a checkpoint literally right on the jump. I figured I'd have to pick stuff up again. You know? I wonder now. Nope. Stuff is still gone. I was wondering if that made anything up here respawn, even though I had already picked it up. It does not. Is it normal in the SpongeBob universe to see those colored flowers on the ground? Like down here? Maybe it is. I usually think of seeing those in the sky though. I wonder how they decided to make those weird flower cloud things in the SpongeBob universe. Because as far as I'm aware, that doesn't reflect anything in the real world. And presumably the main thought is just that they want to imitate clouds. So they made something that imitates clouds, and I guess fits the SpongeBob aesthetic. But it's still really nonsensical. Come on guys, you can do it, you can do it, come on. Yeah! Good prize. Oh, this is rotated. It's strange looking. No. Another ship, okay. I feel like these things shouldn't start trembling before I've actually stood on them the way that they do. They start trembling, I think, when you're above them. I guess we're going to have to cut the episode here. Just exploring to pick stuff up, which is important for sprocket purposes, mind you. Unlimited resource in this game. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time, the next episode of Let's Play Plankton's Robotic Revenge. I definitely did not have to look at the recording, which happens to have the game's logo on it, to remember the name of the game. Bye everyone.